Alright, hey, welcome back everyone to a brand new video. I haven't done a whole lot since the last video. I've just been kind of holding off on doing anything because, well, the motor right now is still at the machine shop and I don't want to spend any money on parts just yet until I get a word back from them. However, I've just been kind of doing a little bit of stuff with the intake here. So I'll show you what I've done. If you guys remember that little coolant port I was talking about that I cut off on here, that's all welded up, really shit, whatever, it works. I hit it with the flap disc, but it's too big and I can't get it on the angle to make it look pretty, but I'll deal with that later. So she's all welded up. What else have I done? Oh yes, that's right. Right here. Whoa, let's turn her around. Sorry, it's pitch black and I have no lighting. Check this out. I got this super cool custom SUV block off plate for the butterfly valves. This was actually made by kind of a local guy. He's a ferry away, however. He's pretty close and he just machines them from his house because I can't find any sort of plate online, and I also don't want to cut a plate and then JB weld and make it look trash. So this is super cool. It has O-rings, 2 O-rings. Hopefully it won't blow off. He says it's good for boost, so we'll see how she goes. And as far as the lower intake, the only thing I've really done is I just decided to go the route, cut those bungs off, make it look kind of pretty, and then just hit it with the flap disc and call it a day. So yeah, this is my new welder. I have been using it a little bit. I'm by no means like a professional welder. I am really bad at welding, but I'm saving money. So yeah, I gotta do some stuff on the firewall and in the engine bay. I'm gonna be covering up all the holes that are just in there with this thing, but I can't do anything just yet because the 240 is usually parked over there like in the videos you see, but we had to do new roofing and we're going to be taking down a tree. I don't know when the tree is getting taken down, but I had to move the car for the roofers. So she's sitting up on the hill and I got the tent over her, thank God. But yeah, I can't bring it back down until this tree, which is like, I don't know, it's too dark to see, but it's like right there. It's got to come down. But yeah, so I can't really do anything with the car because my extension cord, which is like the longest extension cord I was able to buy, doesn't even reach. So I'm just kind of doing this because I don't have anything to do. Also, here's a little update where I have the 240 parked for now because that tree has to come down. So I moved everything up here, and yeah, I also rerouted the harness from where it was before. Originally I had it kind of like running up behind this bar, but I figured it's a better route to just go along the crash bumper there, and then it just kind of routes underneath so the pop-ups don't hit it, and then that's just gonna go like underneath here. It's not gonna go through there, but yeah, that's pretty much gonna completely tuck and hide away the full wire harness, which is super sick. But yeah, so I'm gonna be getting all these holes welded in. If I can find an extension long enough, that would be awesome. But yeah, so all these holes, they're all gonna be gone because I don't need them. And then this rust, I don't really care too much, because I'm gonna be cutting it and putting in the intercooler piping there, and same with that part. But I do want to kind of see if I can pull the frame a little bit with the truck and see if I can just straighten anything out, because I was in a crash, but whatever. Doesn't matter, I don't really care. So yeah, also gonna be getting all those holes welded in too, and not that one, this guy right there, get all that welded in. So no more holes, anywhere, be nice and smooth. I haven't done a whole lot with the interior of the car, but she's looking pretty good with that. I really like how that came out. So yeah. So it's been a hot minute since I've even made a clip or anything with the car, because I've just been kind of MIA off of it for a bit and kind of collecting some money. But today, the rest of my stuff for the block came in, so I kind of want to go over everything that came in. So I got my ℜ𝔢𝔤𝑡 main bearings, ℜ𝔢𝔤𝑡 rod bearings, ARP main studs, and then I got some nice Wisco pistons. These are beautiful. I will just cannot believe how gorgeous these are. I'm gonna unwrap this real quick. So here's the piston. Look at how shiny that is. Oh, beautiful. So I went with a 90 millimeter bore. So the shop's gonna bore the motor out for me. And for my rods, I got some nice Eagle rods. These are pretty beefy from stock. So there's the rod there. There's the stock piston rod. It's quite a noticeable difference. Just a little bit. So I started masking it off, and I got some brake clean. I gotta get to cleaning this one and masking off that one there, the upper manifold. Right, so I don't know when that last clip that that you guys just saw was. I've been very slow with everything, but I finally finished up the intake manifold, and I just painted up the fuel rail. Honestly, it could be a lot worse. I just kept the injectors in there so I don't have to tape anything off, because I'm just going to be getting 740cc injectors anyways. So I'm not going to be using these injectors, but paint turned out alright. I also got a part there I just painted. But I'm going to go over the intake, what I finished up doing. So on the back side, so as you can see, I painted the whole thing while it was off, obviously, and it turned out pretty good. And I just picked up a EGR delete plate off of a local guy, and I went the route with using a JB weld. Should hopefully not leak. No, I'm not using a gasket in there, because I mean, quote me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a gasket with JB weld would honestly be worse. I feel like it wouldn't be a secure fit or tight fit, tight seal. So I'm just gonna go JB weld, see if it leaks or not. And I also removed the studs. Where are they? These two studs right here, one there, and then on the other side, right here. And I just replaced them with normal bolts, because if I ever need to disconnect the bottom intake manifold for some reason, you know, down the line, if I need to do the gasket, I don't have to take the whole thing off in order to get it off. I can just undo the bolts and then slide it off. So it makes life a little bit easier. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it now. I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit, made it look a little bit pretty. Here's the bottom side. I know I don't have any light, so it's a little bit hard to see, but honestly, it's so much better than how it used to look. I'm quite happy with it. Right, and here we are at the 240. Once again, I have not worked on this thing in a few months now. One thing that I've been working on is figuring out why I never had a working wiper switch. I always had just like a stupid little toggle switch like that for the wipers on one speed. But I mean, this is here and I want to use it. Also, this is brand new because I broke the old one by accident. I was doing stuff and grabbed it, snapped it right off. But anyways, right here, this is the motor for the wiper motor. This is all fixed up, and to connect all the wires for here going into the switch, I had a bunch of snipped off grounds, so I soldered those together, and I still didn't have this working. I'm like, what the heck? So I did a little bit more research, and ow, right here on the driver's side. There's 2 little holes, and there used to be a connector that was just flopping around right here. And so I researched a little bit more, and it's actually a wiper relay control module that's supposed to be there. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go look at the connector. So I'm trying to find where the heck it would be on my wire tuck, and it's right here. So as you can see, it is absolutely destroyed. Like, a rat probably got into it years ago, who knows. Like, this thing is just mutilated. I don't even know. So I went on eBay the other day, and I found a guy selling a module with the connector with wires. So I'm actually just gonna snip this completely off, and I'm gonna grab some extra spare wire and run it to about like maybe here or something, just because it's sitting at the top of the dash, and I want it to be accessible just in case I need to replace it. So gonna get some more wire and then run it kind of down under and have it maybe sitting along here somewhere, just so it's able to be reached, because I wouldn't want to just toss it back there and the next thing you know, if I need to replace it, I gotta take out the gauge cluster and all that, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, this should hopefully fix my wiper problem. If it doesn't, I'm gonna go and do a little bit more stuff with the wiring, but I feel like that should be my main reason as to why it doesn't have any working wipers. I mean, as far as the car is going, I haven't done anything. I haven't even been able to do any of the welding that I want to do. So I've been very bored because that thing is still there. So I'm just kind of going slow and doing things that I want to do, and pretty much just saving up money for more important things that need to be finished and done, because yeah, I need to get the block finished. So see what happens next, I guess.